video I want to decode Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones using the mode decoder. So I want to find out what key or mode it's in and see what we can do with that, how we can change that about a bit, and how you can solo over the top of that or just jam along to a backing track of it or just along to the record itself. So the first thing to do is to see what the chords are. So it's a very simple song. I've picked it because it's a very simple song. So it starts off with an E major, and goes to a D minor, A major, back to E minor. So our root note is E. So the first thing to look at is where does an E major appear in the mode decoder windows, and it can only go in one of three places: the major window here, which is the Ionian window, the Lydian window, which also has an E major, and the Mixolydian window. So they're the only three major boxes where you can play a major chord. So it has to be the Ionian, Lydian or Mixolydian. So the next two notes are D and A. So if we try first Ionian, put E in the Ionian box. Okay. So we have E in the Ionian box. So that shows us that that does not have a D major or a D of any sort in it, in fact, at all. So D does not feature in the Ionian or major, so it's not in the major scale. So the next thing is to try the Lydian window. So I'll put the E in the Lydian window. So now we can see again that we don't have an A and we don't have a D in the Lydian window, so it's not in Lydian. And of course, if we turn it to put it in the last place in the Mixolydian window, you can see that D major appears in this window and A major appears in that window. So Sympathy for the Devil is in E Mixolydian, and it also has a B minor in it, which shows up here. So the black top boxes there, they're majors. The white one's a minor, and this one is a half diminished special chord. So that's it. That's that set there. So how can we play along with that? Well, the first interesting thing that you can do with that, because the mode decoder shows you 31 different chords that you can all play together, is pick a different chord. So we've got E major, D major, A major, which sounds fine. But from the mode decoder, you can see that there are alternate chords that you can play. So you could play E 7th. And if it's in E Mixolydian, E7 is a very good one to do because it's very, very characteristic of Mixolydian. So instead of being... So you can play that one instead of the E. So instead of the D, we can see that we could play a D major 7th. So which is this chord. So that's D. So that's D major 7th, and all those notes are all in harmony. So D major 7th is a chord that's in harmony with E Mixolydian. And then let's pick for A sus4. So that would be. There we have it's A, but you could suspend that note and have A sus4. So altogether, instead of having you could also play or you could just change one of the notes, you know, so you so that's the first thing you can do, which is quite interesting. The next thing you might want to, that's quite fun, is to maybe create a section for the song that hasn't been written. So what would Mick Jagger have written if he needed to write another section? Well, you can see from the mode decoder the chords that would be available. So you could create another section. So obviously it goes. To C sharp, F sharp, you could go to a flat, half diminished, back to the E again. So you can make up, you know, unwritten parts to songs. So that's what you could do in this situation. That's quite good. So lastly, soloing. So now that this has been set, I need to find out where I can solo, and I'm only going to use the minor pentatonic shape as a backbone, filling in with notes to make up the minor scale, which you can or you may or may not want to do. And also using the guide on the back, which just shows where the character notes are. So in Mixolydian here, you can see that the character notes are in the circle, the open circles here, little donut shapes. Okay, so mode decoder tells me that for E Mixolydian, I need to play the minor pentatonic scale notes starting on F sharp, B, and C sharp. So that's on F sharp, on B, on C sharp, and all those notes will be in the right scale. And adding to those notes from the Mixolydian location here, you can then, you know, for example, so that's the Mixolydian note. You'll see from other videos how that works. So let's play along to. Okay, so we have E, B, just to leave it. Okay, so to solo. F sharp minor, the F sharp fret, second fret, and B, C sharp. Then past the 12th fret, back to F sharp again, so that would be the 14th fret. All I need to remember is to play on 2nd fret, 7th and the 9th. Just play the minor pentatonic with those slight modifications. And that's Sympathy for the Devil, Decoded.